Namaskar, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this episode. We are in that time when either we are entering the year to 2026 or we would have already entered by the time you get this video. Now, year 2025 was very uncertain period, and nobody had expected certain things which happened during the year, whether it is in political arena or it is on economic front or it is a social front or whatever it is. There are so many things which happened. All of a sudden, people didn't realize that these things would be happening. We do not know what is going to happen, what is in the store in the year 2026, but then we are entering into that year with a lot of hope and a lot of positivity, and that's the key for the success of a human being. So when I told you that in the year 2025 there were so many things which were which happened in a way which nobody expected, so I would say uncertainty was in full during the year 2025. And while I was thinking about it, I realized that in schools and otherwise also, everywhere we say that we have to prepare our children for uncertain future. And that is so true. I mean, we do not know what would happen tomorrow and what would be the requirement because things are changing so fast. So do we even have the time to get prepared for those uncertain things which would happen? But at the same time, preparing children for that uncertain future is very important. But then when I thought more seriously about it, I found, are we really doing it so? Are we really preparing our children for uncertain future? Though we say it a lot, everywhere, in every seminar, workshop, conference, everywhere you would be listening to this statement. But when I was thinking about the school routine of the children and the kind of teaching learning process taking place, it comes out to be a very set routine. I mean, we have set syllabus, we have set curriculum, we have set way of teaching there in the classroom, we have a set way of examining the children. And when I focused a little more on the examination pattern of our country, I realized, and if I talk of CBSE, I mean, because this is a school where, these are the schools where I've been teaching, I mean, there's certainty in everything. And when I say there is certainty in everything, then, you know, the children are absolutely aware of what is going to be taught to them during the year. I mean, nothing is taught which is beyond that. It is only that particular syllabus which has already been informed to the children. This is taught to them. They are aware of that how many number of examinations they are going to be through during the year. They are aware of how much syllabus is going to be and how many chapters of a particular subject are going to be asked or tested, examined. And when it comes to setting question papers, they are even aware of the model question papers. They are aware of the pattern of the question paper. They know how many questions will be of 1 mark each, how many questions will be of 2 marks each, how many questions will be of 5 marks each. They are aware of in how many words they have to answer those questions. So I don't know, I mean, when I know everything about it, that so many questions will be of difficulty level of so many questions will be this much, average or easy or whatever it is. When we are aware of that, there will be 2 questions or 1 question or 5 questions which are value based. So everything is certain for the children, except what question would come. But the pattern of the question, they are absolutely aware of. And you know, even if a question is asked which is slightly off the syllabus, there's a lot of hue and cry. And many people really come and tell, why was something asked which wasn't there in the syllabus? So anything which is not in the syllabus actually is uncertain for me. Everything which is in the syllabus is certain. And what we are trying to do? Trying to make children get prepared for uncertain future with the things which we are doing are very certain and they are aware of. So it seems to be a little difficult to really comprehend that what we say, are we really doing that? Why are we not able to make children a little better prepared for those things also which they may not be knowing well in advance, and anything which we do not know in advance is uncertain. This comes as a surprise to us. And can we really solve that problem? Can we deal with that problem without much of a problem, or even with some problem? Why should we be worried about the problem I'll be talking about? While I was thinking about it, I came across an article written by Ms. Helja Sen, who is a wonderful counselor, a psychologist, and the one who mentioned her articles are available in Indian Express and other newspapers, and she's a wonderful person dealing with the problems of the children and even the adults. She talked about the stories that make us stronger, and she gave 3 examples. The first one was taste for problems, dealing with problems happily. That was the first thing she mentioned. Second thing, she mentioned people will keep peopling. And I was trying to understand the meaning of the word peopling, but what I could get from the article was that people will continue saying whatever they want to say. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. कुछ इस तरह का उन्होंने सेकंड एग्जाम्पल लिया. और थर्ड एग्जाम्पल में वो बोलती हैं, what expands us makes us stronger. What expands us makes us stronger. So ये तीनों एग्जाम्पल जो उन्होंने लिए, these 3 examples are from the 3 different people. I may not in a position to really quote the names which she had mentioned, but then I'll give you some idea about what was around. In the first case, where they say that taste for problems, there is a person who could not get scholarship which she wanted to get, and she was in trouble, and for some time, as happens very often in today's time, she was into depression for some time, but then came out of that very, very quickly. So whenever Shelja ji asked her that how did she manage to get out of that depression, she said, I realized that problems are around. Why should we not start dancing with the problems? So that the problems do not seem to be problems, rather they become an opportunity for us to learn more. And that is what she did. And she said that now I have developed the taste for the problems. So that was one example she had given. And the second one, she talks about a person who is, of course, married, and they're talking about she is a little hyper towards her daughter, and when she meets the daughter of this person and the mother of this person, the 3 talk in the presence of the counselor. And while discussing things, they come across that yes, we are unnecessarily getting disturbed because of the statements which are given by different people, and we really change our personality, our character according to that. और जो इनकी मदर हैं वो बोलती हैं कि भाई आप इनकी क्यों परवाह करती है, आप किसी से क्यों इम्पैक्ट होते, लोग कुछ ना कुछ तो कहेंगे, लोगों का तो काम कहना है. जब मैंने ये बात पढ़ी तो मेरे दिमाग में एक बात आई, क्या हमें लोगों के कहने की परवाह बिल्कुल नहीं करनी चाहिए? तो फिर हम सब बिल्कुल स्वच्छंद तो नहीं हो जाएंगे, कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं? तो मुझे लगा कि मैं आपसे ये बात शेयर करूं, आपको ठीक लगे तो मुझे बताइएगा कि हमें लोगों की परवाह करनी चाहिए, अवश्य करनी चाहिए, ना कि वो क्या कहते हैं उसकी परवाह हम करें. क्योंकि क्या कहते हैं, क्या करते हैं, उसकी परवाह करेंगे तो हम मुश्किल में पड़ जाएंगे. हाँ, लोगों की परवाह करेंगे तो हम सब वो काम करेंगे जो सबके लिए अच्छा होगा. क्योंकि लोगों की परवाह करना ही छोड़ देंगे तो फिर सामाजिक ताना बाना थोड़ा सा, जो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. यहीं पर एक बात और कही जाती है. एक फिल्म है मैटेरियलिस्ट्स.
Patricia, I know that every year you go without having a husband raises your expectations for him exponentially, but that doesn't mean that you're due to get one. And it doesn't mean that you can customize, because this is not a simulation. If the service I was providing you was building you a man, then of course I could build you a man with everything on this list. But I can't, because this is not a car or a house. We're talking about people. People are people are people are people. They come as they are. And all I can hope to find for you is a man that you can tolerate for the next 50 years, who likes you at all. And you are not a catch, because you are not a fish.
एक डायलॉग है पीपल आर पीपल आर पीपल आर पीपल, दे कम एज दे आर। तो ये बड़ा ही इंटरेस्टिंग मुझे लगा, और जब मैंने इसका एक क्लिप देखा तो उसमें मैंने पाया कि वो समझा रही हैं, एक मैच मेकर हैं अपने क्लाइंट को कि भाई आप जो ये लिस्ट दी है, ह्यूमन बीइंग तो मैं ऐसा नहीं बना सकती, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है। आपको लोगों को एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा, लोगों के साथ रहना पड़ेगा जैसे वो हैं। ये कोई सिमुलेशन नहीं हो सकता कोई, या ये कोई चीज क्रिएट नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप मोटरसाइकिल नहीं बना रहे हैं, आप कोई कार नहीं बना रहे हैं, कोई घर नहीं बना रहे हैं कि आप अपनी मर्जी से उस तरह का बदल। तो ह्यूमन बींग्स हैं, वो जैसे हैं आपको उनको वैसे ही एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए। तो जो कई बार हम लोग गलती करते हैं कि अपने बच्चों को दूसरों के बच्चों से कंपेयर करना शुरू कर देते हैं, जो कि मैं हमेशा आप लोगों से बात करता हूँ, विच इज नॉट राइट। आई हैव टू एक्सेप्ट माई चाइल्ड एज माई चाइल्ड इज। I have to accept my father, my mother as they are. I mean, I can't really expect or try to make my mother or my father like the mother and the father of somebody else. I mean, it's not possible. So people are people. They come as they are. हमें इस पे ध्यान देना पड़ेगा और हमें इनको accept करना पड़ेगा। तो definitely we'll become stronger, we'll become happier. तीसरी बात जो कही, what expands us makes us stronger. यहाँ पे एक बच्चे की इन्होंने एग्जाम्पल दिया है जिसमें वो कहते हैं कि उस बच्चे को शुरू से ही सिखाया गया कि भाई आप इतना मेहनत करो कि आईवी लीग कॉलेज में आपको एडमिशन मिले। सो ही केप्ट वर्किंग वेरी वेरी हार्ड फॉर दैट एंड अल्टीमेटली गोट इनटू दैट कॉलेज, कुड डू वेल देयर आल्सो, केम बैक, कुडंट गेट द जॉब ऑफ हिज चॉइस और सेटिस्फेक्शन। अब यहाँ पर उस बच्चे को तकलीफ होती है कि भाई अब मैं क्या करूँ, कैसे करूँ, क्योंकि खुशी नहीं थी। और जब खुशी नहीं थी तो वो प्रॉब्लम में रहने लगे। अल्टीमेटली आई मीन ही वुड हैव sought some help from here and there, and then ultimately decided to work with one of his schoolmates जो कि माउंटेनियरिंग में कुछ काम कर रहे थे। तो इन्होंने ट्रैकिंग में अपने आप को इन्वॉल्व कर लिया एंड देन ही स्टार्टेड फीलिंग वेरी हैप्पी। तो यहाँ पर इनसे जब पूछा गया तो उन्होंने कहा कि देखिए उस वक्त मैंने अपना बहुत ही दायरा नैरो कर लिया था कि मुझे सिर्फ एक आईवी लीग कॉलेज में एडमिशन चाहिए था। Later on, now when I have expanded myself and when I have expanded my thoughts of thinking and doing, then definitely I have become stronger. और मेरा ये चॉइस है, शायद मैं यही बनना था मुझे कि मैं ट्रैकिंग की तरफ जाता या माउंटेनियरिंग की तरफ जाता, लेकिन मुझे शुरू में इस तरफ देख नहीं दिया। इससे पहले एक बात बोलती हैं इनमें से एक जो कैरेक्टर हैं कि देखिए बच्चों को बचपन से एक बात सिखाई जाती है, बी हैप्पी, डोंट वरी अबाउट प्रॉब्लम्स, you should not worry about the problems. I mean, how is it possible when you have and then the children would be able to face the problems when they are not worried about the problems? When I don't worry about anything, I won't be doing anything for that thing at all. So being happy is great, but ignoring the problems is not correct. You have got to face the problems and solve those problems, and when we do that, then ultimately we become stronger. And we would be able to, once we develop the habit of solving the problems or facing the problems, then we will be able to be through any uncertain future. तो जब हम अनसर्टेन फ्यूचर की बात करते हैं तो उस वक्त मैंने आप सब लोगों का, खुद से भी और आप लोगों से भी ये अपेक्षा करता हूं कि हम अपने बच्चों को वो सिचुएशन देंगे जहां पर उनको कुछ ऐसा करने को मिले जो कि उनको पहले से हमने नहीं बताया हुआ है। तो ये गूगल कर लो इस बात के लिए भी, ये चीज़ आपको गूगल से मिल जाएगी, ये चीज़ आपको एआई से मिल जाएगी, आप वहाँ से कर लीजिए। ये थोड़ा कम करें हैं, जब ज़रूरत है, जहाँ जितनी ज़रूरत है सिर्फ उतना ही करें। मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा कि करना बिल्कुल गलत है, बिकॉज दीज आर द थिंग्स विच आर अवेलेबल टू अस, बट देन डिपेंडिंग सो मच ऑन देम एंड देन नॉट ट्राइंग सेल्फ, मतलब अपने आप को उन प्रॉब्लम्स से फेस ही नहीं कराना, किसी दूसरे के साथ थ्रू उस प्रॉब्लम को फेस कर लेना, ये कोई बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी काम नहीं है। हम खुद स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं होंगे, हम खुद फ्यूचर को बहुत स्ट्रॉन्गली फेस नहीं कर पाएंगे। और जब मैं अनसर्टेन फ्यूचर की बात करता हूँ, हम सब ने देख लिया रिसेंट पास्ट में कि भाई कितनी अनसर्टेनिटी इस दुनिया में है। हम लोग देख पा रहे हैं, हम लोग समझ पा रहे हैं, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली अभी भी हम अपने बच्चों को उस तरह से तैयार नहीं कर रहे हैं। मैं सिर्फ इसमें दोष कोई टीचिंग कम्युनिटी को या पेरेंट्स को ही नहीं दूंगा। हमारा पूरा सिस्टम, हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम, हमारा एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम पर्टिकुलरली हैज़ टू गेट changed, revamped in such a manner that the children should not be knowing everything in advance, that what kind of question paper they are likely to get. Now you may not agree with me, but this is the, but जब हम बच्चों को सारी चीज़ें पहले से बता करके उनको तैयार करेंगे कि आपको इसी में से पूछा जाएगा, इसी तरह के सवाल आएंगे, तो फिर जो अनोइंगली अचानक से एक अलग किस्म का सवाल आ गया या अलग तरीके से सवाल पूछ लिया गया, तो फिर हमारे लिए मुश्किल हो जाती है, हमारे बच्चों के लिए मुश्किल हो जाती है। तो मेरी आप सबसे यही अपेक्षा है कि हम आने वाले समय में, क्योंकि ये तो मान के चलिए हम ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हैं, हम लोगों को आगे बढ़ना है, क्रिएटिविटी हमारे अंदर बहुत है, तो उस क्रिएटिविटी को ना मरने दें। और जो जो प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी समाज में, दुनिया में हमेशा प्रॉब्लम्स है, कभी ठंड है, कभी गर्मी है, कभी ज़्यादा ठंड है, कभी कम, हम उसको फेस करते हैं ना। ऐसा तो नहीं कि जब गर्मी होती है तो कुछ भी करना छोड़ देते हैं, सर्दी होती है कुछ भी छोड़, हालांकि ऐसा कभी कभी आजकल किया जा रहा है इन द नेम ऑफ सेविंग पीपल, बट देन वी मस्ट बी एबल टू फेस दीज प्रॉब्लम्स। देयर आर पीपल हु आर स्टेइंग इन वेरी लो टेम्परेचर एंड वेरी हाई टेम्परेचर्स एज वेल। तो आपको मैं जो बार बार ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो 3 चीज़ें शैलजा सेन जी ने अपने आर्टिकल में बोली हैं, start dancing with the problems or develop taste for the problems, and people they would continue saying something, so not to let yourself bog down because of their saying. And the third one, what expands us makes us stronger. So let your children expand as much as they can, so that they become as strong as possible. With these thoughts, I would wish you a very happy new year, and God bless us all. Thank you very much.